Hi, may I speak to Mr. Fritz, please?
Speaking.
Hi, Mr. Fritz. This is Mr. Aaron B. Miles returning your call.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds here. Let me get back to you. Okay. What is your last name? Oh, Miles. Okay, I got it.
Miles, M-I-L-E-S.
Yeah, I got it. All right. Okay,
I'm outside, so you'll probably hear a lot of noise in the background.
yeah, don't worry about that noise. Okay, so what is the issue?
Well, the issue, I'll start from the beginning. I was employed into a city program job called the JTP. I was working at Parks and Recreations in a Park Opportunity Program.
Okay, so you were working for the city because...
Well, they hired me into the program.
they hired you into the program, okay.
I guess my name came up in a raffle, right.
And the Parks Department pays you directly?
Say again?
The Parks Department pays you directly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, so, okay, what happened? When did you go to that program?
Say again?
When did you start working there?
When did I start?
Yeah, with the Parks Department.
Well, I only worked there about a month. I started September something. I think it's, well, this is September. I think it was August 28th or something like that. Or August 22nd. We had our first orientation, which we were paid for. And then we started working at the parks, where I did very well. They said I was doing outstanding. They had me scheduled to go to school, what they call horticulture, to try to hire me on a more permanent or seasonal basis. But then I had a problem at one of the little programs that we go to with one of the counselors, and that led me to eventually meeting her supervisor, and then the supervisor's boss, which was the chief of the POP program. To make a long Park Opportunity Program.
Okay.
To make a long story short, the chief of the POP program was impressed with the way I conducted myself, and she offered me a position as a social counselor at one of either of two shelters, Odyssey House or Bowery Residency Committee. That led them to have to set up a meeting with me and their job developer, which she said she was impressed, and she would proceed on trying to get me a job at one of those places. Then they did background checks. The background check came up that I had a pending case. I have a case I'm in court with now. I've been in court for 1.5 years now, because they don't want to charge me, but they don't want to take me to trial, and I'm not going to take anything less than a dismissal, because I'm not guilty of what they're accusing me of. But anyway, that led them to send me a termination letter. So the gentleman who I addressed the issue with...
When you filled out the application with this program and for this work program, did you ever put that down?
Well, I put no, because at the orientation where we were filling out the employment applications, they were emphasizing dispositions and conviction felonies or conviction arrests, which I don't have any. So, to me, I misinterpreted the question. I put no. But the gentleman called me and said that I should have put yes.
What was the question asking? Whether you were ever...
The question asked me about any pending cases, but...
Does it even say anything else? Does it say about arrest?
No, it didn't say any arrests. It says pending cases, but as we were going over, like the counselor that was going over how we should make sure we get all these answers correct, they kept emphasizing dispositions and convictions. So anytime I've ever filled out any applications for employment...
What was the application? Hold on one more, please.
Sure. That's okay.
Okay, so it didn't say anything. It didn't say arrest and or conviction record.
No, it just really was. It was focused on any pending charges. So I misinterpreted that to disposition or a conviction. So I wrote no, but I always put no when I fill out applications, and it's never been a problem until now. But that's not the issue. That's not the.
They do a thorough background check, you know, because you put no application, you know, they have the right to terminate you.
Okay.
Because you have. Look,
I don't have a conviction record though.
Oh, you have an arrest record, though?
No.
Oh, you weren't arrested at all?
I was arrested, but that's not what it asked. And in the letter that I was sent by the guy who sent me the termination letter, it specifically states I omitted information on my employment application about my conviction record. I don't have a conviction record. I've never been convicted. I don't have any disposition.
I'm going to make an appointment to come in, but this is the whole issue, okay?
Yeah.
That when we try to, with government, to try to say, well, it doesn't say arrest, he was talking about a conviction record, or a said about a conviction record, fine, all right? So they left that arrest. But you know what? It is like a hard, difficult mountain to climb simply because they, all right, they are not going to, even with Falcon Pay, they may not, all right? It's going to be, first of all, it's a long, drawn-out process, all right? But we're going to go ahead and give you an appointment to come in because you're saying, as it doesn't say arrest.
Well, this is the thing. I haven't finished explaining to you why I called you. So I addressed that with the gentleman, and then his office, and before I go on, do you know the ramifications or the overview of what happens to an individual when they terminate them from a city job? From what we were explained, you're ineligible for the rest of your life to apply for a city job.
Right.
Okay? Now that's a harsh charge to put on a person for a pending case that may get dismissed.
Yeah, you're absolutely
that's
right.
just a misdemeanor. Hold on 1 second.
This agency changed the rules.
Okay, now this is the thing.
Right.
I don't believe that the termination came just from somebody doing their job and overlooking the information and looking over the information. The gentleman called me and we spoke on the phone because the lady who was trying to recommend me for the social worker position, she called me first because she said she saw it and she said that is going to flag my application so that the HR may call me to inquire about it. And she said she was just giving me a heads up. So that was fine. When he called me, I thought I could just explain it to him like I explained to her, and maybe there will be some way for him to mediate or remedy that. It's a clear misinterpretation. I'm not trying to hide anything. But anyway, this gentleman proceeded to say, no, that's the way it is. So then he referred me to their legal department. I spoke to a Mr. Oliveri. Now, these are all public servants, am I correct?
The what?
These are public service employees.
Yeah, but what does that have to do,
Well, the point that it has to do with it is that when I called Mr. Oliveri, who was the legal counsel, this gentleman was so disrespectful and dismissive. First, he asked me what was my question, why did I want to speak to him, and I told him